Hi everyone, hope you are all doing well and welcome back to another video on New World. So one topic that I haven't really seen covered much in other videos is the idea of market trading to make gold, despite the fact it can actually be hugely profitable. New World has an entirely player-driven economy. So that means that every time you buy or sell an item, it is with another player. There is no NPCs involved at all. The importance of that is that it means there's no price structure. Because if an NPC, say, purchased, I don't know, an iron ingot for 25 gold, then that would set the minimum price value for that item. But since they don't, that means we can look to exploit market pricing because there is no structure. And we can do this through buy orders. So what is a buy order? The easiest way to explain this is from the point of view of a seller. When you go to the market to sell your item, you basically have two choices. You can list it for sale on the market at a price of your choosing, but that means that another player will actually have to come along, select your item to buy before you'll actually get any gold for that item, i.e. it doesn't instantly sell. However, we are also stood at the market with our buy order, offering to instantly buy that seller's item at a fixed price that is normally kind of below the normal market value of that item. Many players don't have the patience to wait for their item to sell, or are just simply unaware of the true value of their item, so instead they choose to go for that instant sell price, i.e. they sell to the guy with the buy order, and that's where we can make our gold. To actually place a buy order, I'd normally be initially searching for my items through the buy tab. I can then kind of easily see what the current market price of the item is, and I can also check if there are any existing buy orders in place and at what price. If I then find an item that I like and I'm happy with, I can then just basically press the place buy order on the left side, set the price that I am prepared to buy those items at, and then list that as a buy order. Now I don't want to give you a specific list of items this works for, but essentially I think they can be split into two sets. Popular, rapid selling items and rarer, more obscure items. For example, you could choose to trade iron ore. It will be in great demand and so it's going to sell very well on the market because everyone needs iron ore and it's a very, popular resource. But you can expect in return a lot of competition in the buy order tab, with other players offering very competitive buy order prices. So long as you manage it closely and kind of keep an eye on it, every half an hour, then I think this works fine and can still turn a really good profit. But for me, I'm spending the bulk of my time in-game leveling. I really don't want to be devoting much time to this. I know I could make a lot more gold if I did, but really I'm just making a little bit extra on the side because I'm mostly focusing on that leveling. So I just want to be spending a few minutes doing this. Therefore, I tend to target the more obscure items. If we take an example of this, gemstones. One of the most popular of these is amber, because I know it is an essential item for life staff users for their secondary weapon, but it's still quite an obscure item. So I can go and set my buy orders for, tier 2, 3 and 4 amber gems at maybe 3 to 5 gold. It sounds ridiculously low, but there are currently no other buy orders on the market and you'd be really surprised because not everyone knows the value of these amber gems. I can then look to perhaps hopefully list and sell these amber gems on the market for maybe 80, 100 gold. And just for reference, this is all taking place in Everfall because that's the main market town in New World. So we have now got a range of buy orders set on the market and I'm going to head off questing for the next few hours and leave this stuff on the market. It is worth setting up a few different buy orders, and I'm not expecting them all to be completed and, buy all this stuff, but that's why I'm setting a few, and so long as a few of them complete, that's still good profit to be had. And just a word of warning here, be careful about the prices you pay, particularly as we are still at the start of the game and the market prices will change a lot. For example, the fish oil is currently very, very high, but ultimately I'd expect and almost certain that it will drop down. I think it's going to go back down to the sort of 20-25 gold price that we saw in the previous testing. So if I get that buy order completed, I need to get that stuff sold fast for the best possible price that I can. Okay, so a bit of time has passed now while I've been up leveling in Brightwood, and I've come back down to see that some of our buy orders have actually been doing some work. We got some cooking oil for only 10 gold each, and I'm looking to hopefully probably sell that around the 100 gold mark, maybe something like that, which should turn like 1,000, well, minus the 100 gold we paid for it, so a 900 gold profit if that sells. A few small salmons got purchased. These are only really good because they are valuable for the town projects board, because they're the only fish that effectively gets used as a whole on the projects board, so they tend to command a premium price compared to other fish. And we even managed to buy 4 fish oil. That's one though that we do need to get sold fast whilst prices are high. I'm now going to go and get all this listed for sale. Now, on the subject of trading taxes, these are obviously going to vary on your server depending on who owns the town and what they have set the tax rate at. It's also going to be adjusted depending on if you've spent any of your territory standing into trading tax reduction. One of the reasons why it's really good to sometimes perhaps consider missing, the experience cards in favour of the trading taxes is because it's going to suddenly come into use here, where getting that trading cost reduction is actually going to be really, really helpful. But generally speaking, by using the method, or at least what I've experienced so far, is that the profit and loss is so large, buying cooking oil at 10, selling it at 100, that there's more than enough profit in there to really not worry too much about any taxes, so I haven't really stressed about it too much and have just sort of proceeded as normal. So another few hours have passed whilst I was off doing some other bits in New World, and I noticed that actually a little bit of the stuff was sort of popping up as selling in the top right hand corner. So let's load in and take a look, and you'll notice that a few things have sold. I'd also, before I left, set up a few other buy orders, including some rivercress, which sold for over 500 gold. Both my amber gems, those ones that we purchased for 5 gold each, we have managed to sell them for 90 and 95 gold respectively. And I've even sold 4 out of the 10 cooking oil we brought for 100 gold each, and we only paid 10 each for them, so that's what, a 360 gold profit. So it's just easy money, and this is just me doing it for a few minutes. I mean, literally just scanning through and doing it in the length of time that you see really on this video. If you could sit down doing this for an hour, you could do loads. And remember, you've got up to 100 active buy and sell orders, so you can really sort of capitalise on this. Furthermore, I'm doing this in one city, Everfall. I'm not moving items, I'm not travelling to sort of different locations. Everfall is predominantly going to be the cheapest place to buy things because it has the biggest supply. You could absolutely be buying things in Everfall, transporting them to Brightwood or down to Cutlass Keys, where supply is a lot more limited, and then you could be really maximising your profit. There is a lot you can do with market trading, and hopefully this just gives you a very initial idea of at least how the system works and how you can work to exploit it to make gold. Anyway, if you have enjoyed the video, do let me know what you think in the comments down below. Any questions, ask in the comments down below, and I shall see you guys all on the next video.